All right, so I'm a little pissed off this morning. I had absolutely no intention, as you can see, of going live, but I got lit up early this morning. Last night, I posted a video about a hypothetical situation where I would take baby May to America, and what would the public's opinion be? Okay, so that was the video. No biggie there. I woke up, and I actually was up late last night. I was up until a little past midnight, which is late for me. And when I woke up this morning, I went to check. And when I went to bed, the video was doing awesome. And then I woke up this morning at about 6 o'clock, and there was no thumbnail on my video. And I just thought it was a glitch in my computer or on my phone, or if I had maybe done. And then I went back in, and it showed, the thumbnail showed up on my phone. So I said, okay, everything's fine. And I'm the worst at emails, responding to them and looking at them. I'm so used to Facebook Messenger. And what the frig, I got an email from YouTube and said, we've removed your thumbnail because it's sexually explicit and involves nudity or possible sex or nudity. So I should read it to you. Hold on a second. So I want to do, let me get to it. YouTube. Hi, Paul in the Philippines, old dog. We want to let you know our team reviewed your content, and we think it violates our sex and nudity policy. Can you see that? We know you not realize this is a violation of our policy, so we're not applying a strike to your channel. However, we have removed the following content. Thumbnail on video, and names the video. We realize this may be disappointing news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. So they're making sure you're safe against a picture of May's butt in a bikini. What are they going to do with Sports Illustrated? I don't know. Let's see. As mentioned, we removed your content because we think it violates our community guidelines. You can find specific information, yada, 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 due to the global health crisis, COVID, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. If you think this removal was an error, please appeal using the form below, which I did. And we'll get back to you as resources allow. Note that we will also be slower to respond to appeal requests. We apologize for those disruptions. Taking these workforce precautions is the right thing to do for people who work to keep YouTube safe and for the broader community. We appreciate everyone's patience as we take these steps during these challenging times. So there you go, boys and girls. The Man Buns with their skinny jeans are running the show. And I'm going to put a link. I know I promised last time, but I had a brownout during the middle of my last stream. And it was a 5-hour brownout. Right in the middle of talking, about an hour into the live stream, everything just went dark. And so anyway, my response to Google was, I wrote back that that's a picture of my girlfriend and she's wearing a bikini and there's no sexual acts taking place and there is no nudity. It's just that she's wearing, what's it called, a T-back bikini by a pool. Now, if that's offensive, boys and girls, we're in trouble. I've seen much worse on, I don't know, cereal boxes almost. Anyway, I'm going to put a link to my Gaylord's secret channel, which is my other little channel. And on that, I have yet to make a video because two of the people that I was going to talk with, we could not get together. And I don't want to break my original policy or promise that since this is named Paul in the Philippines. I want to keep this poll in the Philippines. I want to keep doing what my title says. However, on my other channel that I created, it was created to simply go into other topics. And I'm going to have to break a promise, which was to address the first comment that came in from the first subscriber. That will happen. However, while this is on my mind and I'm all pissed off, I want to make another video about this topic and just sort of let you know. So I'm going to leave. I do have another channel. I did do a little experiment, and the whole point of my other channel is to talk about just about anything other than the Philippines. You know, a little more adult themed, if you will. And again, nothing raunchy, nothing off the top. But if I drop a few F-bombs here and there, I just want to feel free to be able to do it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see. I'll go in the comments now that I've had my little rant. Let's see. Okay, I'll just say hi to everybody. Put everybody up here because I always get behind. So I appreciate all the hellos. Do you know what time they took it off, China? Because I usually am up at 3 a.m. That's my normal MO. I usually go to bed around, me and May pope out like 7 or 8 o'clock. You'd think I was 66 years old. But I stayed up for some, well, that's what it was. I took a nap. It rained. So me and May ran home. We laid down and I just conked out in the middle of the afternoon. So I was wide awake at like 8 and 9 o'clock at night. And that's when I made the video and posted it. I had a picture of May. I made a thumbnail out of it. And then some point in time, they took the friggin' thumbnail down. I've never had that happen before. I've had them actually, I have had them do that. Yeah. I haven't. I've had them demonetize. In other words, they won't let me run ads on other videos that I've done. So it's just, it just blows my mind. But I don't want to get into it here. I'm going to get into it on my other channel. And it'll probably be in a couple of days because I want to do it with a fellow that is very strongly opinionated on this whole matter about the society and censorship and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I feel better now. Missed what videos? Let's see. I think God wants to big dude, 6-figure. See, he gets away with all kinds of shit. Morning, Ron. I don't think it's perv. It's just May being May. Yeah, I'm a big threat. Elderly man. Ugh. Well, the whole purpose of the video, I thought I was clear, but I guess I wasn't because a lot of guys seem to misinterpret it. There's 3 videos that I would like to do. And you know what I did not do is I did not say this is a hypothetical. This is what happens when you do hypothetical stuff. It's always wanders off into the boneyard somewhere. So it was and I'm curious, I still am, because America's changed so much, obviously. But the video it's still up. The video is, if I took May to America, what would the public perception be? What would people, they make faces at us because of the age gap and all that? Would they be loud about it? Would they just snicker behind our backs? Because I honestly don't know. And I don't really care, but it's hypothetical. It's just something to think about. And then I wanted to do another hypothetical, is if I moved to America with May, we got married and did the whole thing and took 2 years, but we finally got in. Would she better deal me? That's a very common statement that's made, and I know guys that's actually happened to. So I wanted to explore that. I just wanted to talk about it out loud. And then the third one was, what would May's impression of America be? I mean, it'd be kind of like to me, it'd be like a 5-year-old kid. Not that she's immature, but just the fact that seeing all this stuff for the first time in amazement, never been exposed to something like Disneyland, and just I think that would be the most satisfying part of it for me, would be to see her being amazed, just like I was amazed when I saw it for the first time. So stuff like the Grand Canyon, let's see. Yeah. I am so misunderstood. Sam, thank you for loving that. We're in our trouble, man. It's I kind of want to get into a whole lot of it here. I really want to do it right. I really want to speak my mind. And I don't feel confident doing it here live. And it's not fair. Okay, it's not what people tune in for. I should be talking about something else, I suppose. Like, I don't know. What else is everybody talking about? Did I move to the Philippines based on others' thoughts? No, my own idea. SMM. What a stupid thing to write. Who are you fighting with now? See, I'm all behind on comments. Let's see, my buddy. Buddy's the man that named Baby May's channel for us. First suggestion, do. Buddy's a rock star. Let's see, I've been in Facebook jail for 85 of the last 90 days. I'm a good man, but a bad boy, as a female friend of mine once said. God love you. I have a feeling that your viewer population doesn't have a lot of fragile flowers among them. But thanks, YouTube, for protecting us. See, I needed this laugh. I was all steaming out the ears. And it's just like, what are you talking about? And I don't think a human being looked at it. And so that's why they give you the opportunity to review it, so an actual person can go in and look. They refused to monetize my channel for 4 months after I qualified, because I had a video up called Suicide and Depression. And it was simply a story about a guy, about my thoughts on suicide and depression. And they thought that was too racy. And it took them 4 months to get around to looking at it and reviewing it and saying, oh, yeah, it's okay. Oh, man. So the name of my other channel is Gaylord, which is the name of my chicken, and his secret channel. And I'm going to put a link to it. I promise. I always say that, forget to do it. But last time I did a live, we went dark. The lights went out. And 5 hours later, I was going to do it last time I went live. 5 hours later, it just, I was too busy sweating. Yeah, God bless Dean and his rotation machine. I saw it this morning. It was still up around 9 a.m. No kidding. That's good. I put a different one up. It's not as good, and I hurried through it, and I actually accidentally changed the title because I was so pissed off. But I said, no, I'm putting a picture up here. And because I saw the views just went wonk. And I don't blame them, because you got a picture of May, and then all of a sudden you just got a picture of my ugly bug. What are you going to click on? So, around 9:15 a.m. Okay. So that must have been, shit. What time did it launch in America? If I launched it at 10:30 last night, I wonder what time that was in America. I wonder how much exposure it had. You have the dilemma of wanting to attract views in your blog. You also have a good following. Anyway, you don't need to have May in a bikini. I wanted May in a bikini. May wanted to be in a bikini, and it was, I wanted to do it. I know. May loves being in the thumbnails. YouTube runs ads, you just don't get paid for them. I do if they watch them. Hi, Paul. That's what the Democrats' cancel culture does. So I run platform and censorship sucks. Yeah, I don't want to go political here, boss. I hear you, Don. And I've kind of steered this whole thing in that direction. But I'm actually just venting. I haven't watched all these comments, so we got some tools. That's fine. Let them say what they want to say. We won't censor them here. If you kept, yeah. Yeah. Dean, I wonder if Dean ever loses anything. May would leave me in less than 2 years. Well, thanks for that, Tyler. Let's see, never seen any nudity or anything close to R-rated on your vlogs. No. It was a bikini picture. May's a bikini aholic, can I tell you? Currently, freedom of speech is doing time out in the corner. I agree with that. Things change every day and not for the better. That's what I was kind of curious about, kids, when I made the video about how they changed on the age gap thing. I told a story in the video, a true story, of when I took my secretary out for lunch, and this guy thought that I was with her. Well, I won't redo the video. What is this game talking about? Let's see. May would think America is boring. Tyler Paul. He is a tool. Antifa might stone you at the airport because there isn't anybody. This douchebag. Are you doing business with your friend Mark and going on a ship cruise business? Try not to laugh. I don't know. Mark should talk about. You know what? Mark takes a lot of crap about the cruise ship thing. I even asked him. I said, why don't you just chill out and retire and do life like me? And he's not built that way. So, I support Mark because he's telling the truth. He wants to buy a cruise ship, and everybody thinks he's nuts. Not everybody, but some people. Some people support him. And I actually respect the fact that he was able to hang it out there and put something like that up. And he's just talking about his dream. So yeah, that's his dream. For some guys, their dream is to sit around and drink beer all day on the beach. There's nothing wrong with that. So, he's my friend. And I've told him to his face, I think, you should chill out on the cruise ship thing, but do what you want to do. Hey, man, nice to see you. I had no idea I was going to go live till about 10 minutes ago when I realized my thumbnail was taken away. Thanks, Philip. I appreciate that. Mark has a dream. Why can't he follow it? I agree. You know what? And if it's an impossible dream, there's a guy, not a guy, but Denzel Washington is someone that I love listening to talk. I love it when he speaks. And he's did a video that I kind of jumped on the back of it one time. It so impressed me. And he said, just make sure if you fail big. And over and over and over again, you're going to fail. And he's got a great saying. He says, if you hang around a barbershop long enough, eventually you're going to walk out with a haircut. It's a great saying. And that's my feeling on Mark with his cruise ship. If it falls into the ditch, Okay, try again on something else if you so desire. But what's everybody else doing with their time? You know, that's what I say. He has a passion for it. And you know what? Again, this is probably not the place and time and all that and the format for this, but I'd like to have Mark on and on the other channel, and we'll just tee off on that. Yeah, the whole vaccination thing, that's another conversation I want to have on the other channel. He promised me a free cruise too. Hey guys, how are you? I think so. I don't know if it's a great plan or not, but it's a plan. There will always be fools who look down on couples who are different from their perceptions of loving relationships. Ignore them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm not communicating properly because I was interested in feedback on, it wasn't going to, like, I wasn't asking, do you think it would hurt my feelings or that we would get in trouble or May would cry or anything like that. I just wanted to know what you guys thought, that would women like take offense to it and men be jealous, or would everybody get offended, or would nobody get offended? I don't know. I still don't know. I do think that it's territorial though. Many are jealous and envious of May, and they have no reason to be. She's just a pretty girl. I support Mark. I hope it works. Live your dreams. Thank you very much. I just subscribed to Gaylord's channel. Hope he's funnier. Me too. Gaylord and his secret channel. I'll put a link to it. Promise. If Mark's dream is impossible, we'll let him find out. But guys, do not crush someone else. Just be there. Well, you know what? He asked for opinions, and guys gave it to him. So and we all have to take that. You have to develop a real thick skin if you're going to do anything like this. And I think I think so much negativity was coming at him by so many different people ganging up on him that it started to chip away at him. And I totally understand that. There are mornings where I wake up and I am, without BSing you, 95% of the time, I'm in a happy mood. It may is 100% of the time in a happy mood. And, but that 5% will get into me. And it might be a day where I don't feel good. It might be a day where I'm frustrated because of yesterday and I'm still carrying that around, whatever. So most of the time, I'll go through my comments on whatever video I just posted. And if they're really asinine, I leave it up, but I don't reply to it. I don't engage in it. But I always know when I'm grouchy because I'll reply and I'll get just as nasty back with them. And it's never anything I always regret doing it, because then the guy jumps on and he's got to go on forever and ever and debate that. So I don't have time for it. Yeah, it was a picture of May in a thong bikini with her butt. So I put a new thumbnail up from the front. See what happens. Greetings from Los Angeles. My Thai girlfriend was 20 years younger than me and gets sneers from middle-aged women here. Also referred to as my daughter. Yeah. I think that would be the most common reaction, because that's the most common reaction I get here online. And that's the snarky people saying, is that your granddaughter? You can't do this. You can't do that. She'll leave you in a minute. Blah, blah, blah. And that's okay. I won't censor that. But I do see that as the common thread. I do too, Jim. I wish we had a cheeseburger. He's not taking candy away from children. He'll be dealing with grown businessmen. Referencing Mark, yeah. So I'll just kind of blow through these guys because I always miss out on comments. So hi to everybody that's saying hi. Can always watch the rerun. Where am I? Old Dung. Good morning, Paul from Stanley Creek. Good morning. Good morning. I looked over for the chicken and couldn't find the channel. I'm going to put the link on it, Mark. But I feel kind of guilty because I haven't put any content other than a goofy introduction video. Even it's shitty. So, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. I had planned to do a video with a couple of guys, and neither one of us could we got rained out one day. We couldn't meet up, and then we had a brownout and blah, 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 blah. So the channel's moving very slow. It's not meant to be a full-blown channel. It's not like I want to get up to, record numbers. I just want to, actually, I prefer to keep it really small. Get to about 500 or 600 people. Leave it there. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I think what you guys, so Global Greg, by the way, you're the guy. I'm glad you're here. You're the guy that's the first subscriber to Gaylord's channel. And I've got your comment and the topic that you want me to review, and I'm going to do that video. Honest Engine. But I'm gonna prequel it with this thing about censorship, if you will, just because I'm hot. Let's see. I think the guy you encountered, Applebee, many may think that was way, but not good enough sense to keep thoughts themselves. Realize the perception may not be reality. Yeah, I think the guy was thinking out loud and didn't realize how booming his voice was. But his wife's, I think it was his wife. I don't know. It was a woman, same age. Both looked like they were in their 40s. And I think they were married. But never fart on a crowded jeepney. Peace, love, and joy. I'll take that, Ted. That just calmed me down. That whole phrase. You and Ringo. God bless you. Thanks for the $5. You cannot argue with YouTube and win, even if you are correct. I'm afraid you're right. And if you do, it's a long ass. They're quick to take it down and slow to get back to you. So I just grabbed another picture real quick. I actually changed the title by accident. So I had to change the title in the description. But you know what? It was important to me to say no. I'm not going to have people look at my face. I'm talking about Baby May. There's going to be a picture of Baby May. Wife is 2 years younger, but my best friend's wife are 30 years apart and married for 32 years. Never seen any issues when we were out together. Okay, cool. Man, it's interesting. I don't know, that memory jumped back into when I took Cammie, my secretary, out to lunch. I'd forgotten about that because it was 20 some odd years ago. But I was thinking about taking, what would it be like if I took May to America? And my friends and I have sat around before and had the conversation about this. We're all laughing and making up scenarios about rolling into, Vegas with a convertible, big red Cadillac, and May by my side. Okay, you got it. Again, I appreciate in advance your patience on that, because the biggest issue with that channel, if you can believe it, is I really want to do it outside because I don't want to be on camera. I want to be off back of the camera. I don't want my mug up there. I would rather have like some sort of nice nature setting or something that you guys can look at while me and another guy or me and 4 other guys are just shooting the breeze and talking about a topic. And I just want to try a different scenario. Is that the right word? Different scene. And here in the house, it's kind of boring. But I think I'll do it. And anyway, the problem has been noise. Going outside is a big challenge here. Everywhere you go, it's friggin' noisy. Even if there's no people and no cars, there's always a rooster. So, and then there's the issue of lighting. And so, anyway, hang in there with me, kids. We'll get to it. But I want to do it outside. And I also have an idea for a funny video to do on there. But we'll get around to it. Yeah, I remember landing on the moon too. Not myself personally, but 69, JFK said we will do it before the end of the decade. And they did. Yes, she's in a yellow bikini, but this is a different picture. But thanks for the feedback that you're giving me. The other one was reversed. It was a picture of her turned around, and it had her butt. And this one's got her front, or it had her back, I should say. But her butt was probably the highlight. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. So she's wearing a T-back, they call them. And she owns about 30 of them. And I've put photos like that up before. And it wasn't the fact that, oh no, I'm going to lose views on the video. That's not the issue. It's the fact that they just freaking took it down. And I think it was a machine that took it down. I don't think it was a human being. Because if a human being like Jim here, who's an actual human being, looked at it, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It really is honest engine. Comment of the week right there, Boyd. As a bald man, I identify as a trans man bunion. Oh, shit. Well, watch the rerun, my friend from Japan. Thanks for being here. Your swimsuit is any other Doomagitty girls at the beach. I know. There's two ways of doing it at the beach. Girls will either be in bikinis or they will be in shorts and a t-shirt. And some girls are just modest, which is fine. And some girls can't afford a swimsuit, which is, most of them would prefer to wear a swimsuit. But a lot of girls just jump in the water. And so do guys. They just have they wear whatever they're friggin' wearing. They take their phone out and they just walk into the water. Hey, prior, Gary stated that fixers in tying up get around the retirement visa roadblocks. He didn't expand on that. I'd love to hear more about on the other channel. Okay. I did send one of the guys, Gary used a service. Gary does not want to be on the channel at this time, at least. I don't think he's in the mood to do a live. So he said, here's, just give the guys the information. I don't really feel like doing the live stream thing with you. I said, okay. Man buns and skinny jeans, buddy. We've been butting heads since I started this channel. I don't know. We could stand it, get rid of the cheapies. Gaylord and his secret channel is the name of it. It's my chicken's name. My chicken's name is Gaylord, and it's his secret channel. I put it up to see how long it would take for somebody to subscribe. Hey, Lee. When I was younger, I saw an older guy with a young blonde, thought it was a dirty old man. Second thought was, I wish it was him. That were him. Thank you, Ogleball Greg. Love you, man. Thanks for understanding. We need to be fluid. I am retired, I don't want to have to keep a deadline or a schedule. But we're going to do it, buddy. And it's an awesome suggestion, by the way, about the stages of life. I know what you said. What is the title of your other channel? Gaylord and his secret channel. I'll put a link in. Yeah, I don't think that I wouldn't personally have a problem with it. And they wouldn't, it would bounce off of me too. And she probably wouldn't understand a lot of it because the language barrier, so she would understand the looks though. She would get that. And the comment thread, which had nothing to do with that video, another video I'm going to do is "Would she better deal me?" Is guys were making that comment on that video, which didn't apply. So that one's really going to light up because everybody's saying, not everybody, but a number of guys have said, "Oh, she'll dump your ass within 2 years. She'll go with a younger man. She'll do this. She'll get feminized. She'll get Americanized." And I think there's some validity to all those statements, but I want to address them in a different video. Yeah, Mom still got the grilled cheeses. As I said, in England, it would probably get nasty looks if I had a girlfriend. If I was Asian, the scoring would be double. In New England. Oh, I believe that. Mm-hmm. Now, I made a mention because my mother was born in a place called Coffeyville, Kansas. And I used that as part of the video. It just came into my head. I was talking about big towns, little towns. When I said little towns, Coffeyville, Kansas popped into my brain. And I had a guy from Coffeyville write me. And he said, "Yeah, we wouldn't pay attention. We just mind our own business." I really appreciated that comment. I'm 56 and I have a 10-year-old. 10 years of this year if it ever opens up. Sounds like fun, yeah. It was that guy's mistress, and he was. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Guy was at a restaurant with his mistress, and he was pissed off he hadn't done better. I would have had a hard time saying something to the Applebee's guy. Did you correct me? Oh, you know what? Me and Cammie had a really great dynamic between us. She was, I miss her. And you know what? She went off and did life and was very successful. I was very happy for her. So naturally, her life went that way, my life went that way, and we just lost touch. But I mentioned that she was very young, she was very pretty. And one thing I remember so significantly about her was her hair. Her hair was super long. Beautiful hair, beautiful little face, nice little figure, and so stinking funny and super intelligent. She had a boyfriend during that time, and I think that she dropped his dead ass. But she got a job, 6-figure job. She was just going through some kind of like a wealth management company. She was hyper smart on top of everything else. I really enjoyed her company. We would laugh our asses off at work. Kind of a weird secretary situation, isn't it? Joined you last week right at the brownout happened. Thanks for the shout out. Almost famous. Anytime, buddy. Yes, that's right. Remember to hydrate. Thank you, China Dave. If you think people are jealous of you and Baby May, wait till you see the jealousy when Mark owns a cruise ship. That's why I want it to happen. Gaylord and his secret channel. I'll put a link in. But there won't be any videos up for a while. Forewarned is forearmed. Yeah, it's weird. It's because it's automated. I know it's not people sitting there, They just, in their email to me, they said, because of COVID, everything's slow, so getting back to you is going to take a long time, and we're sorry. So it's a machine that's going through the pictures, I guess, and it decided that it was just too much for you people to look at. Hydrate, correct. And again, all likes are free. I'm not charging today for likes. Yeah, I'm one of those guys that don't know how loud my voice is when I speak at times. Everyone keeps telling me I should be a speaker for how loud my voice is, but for me, I seem to speak well. It could be your hearing. when hearing loss occurs, people speak louder. They can't hear themselves. If you ever do come to America, I want to guess our humor. We can go see you. If you go to Vegas, yeah, man. I already plan on having like a little get together in Vegas and California. Yes, I know. You probably need a foot massage too. Well, yeah, it's, you know what? I got to take the shine off that dime. We are living the dream, but not all dreams are, ecstatic. We have our moments. So I want to clarify that. We have our disagreements, we have our moods, and no deal breakers involved. But it's not all sunshine and puppy dogs out here. There's a lot to contend with. Let's be honest. Would you rather have a delicious steak or a rotting meat? Bring a girl back, bunch of dudes who are hitting on her. Who do you think she would pick? Good question. What do you think? It was the shoes. Those sexy shoes got you in trouble. Probably so. She just bought those shoes too. Because it was her birthday. That's what we were doing at the pool, by the way. That was her birthday photos. She goes, I said, what do you want for your birthday? And she said, I want a small birthday. And I want to just have my family come. And I want to spend one night at the Henry Resort. So me being a big shot, I booked 2 nights at the Henry. And she wanted to take pictures at the pool. And she wanted it to be private. She wanted her and me just to spend time together. And then her 3 sisters came and had lunch with us, which was super cool. Because she said it's been over 5 years that all of them had been together breaking bread. One's always busy with a kid or a job or whatever. So I think it was a good time. But that's the whole train of thought on that one from the shoes, because she made me stop. She said, I want you to buy me some shoes too. I don't know if I've been looking at the wrong place, something that should be taught in the Philippines who live in America. Yeah. Everything I was talking about was hypothetical. There's no way I can go to America and live economically, especially now. Now, if I was alone, if I didn't have May with me, if I was a single guy, I could cut it. I could go back to America because I wouldn't, I could live in a little trailer park by myself. It'd be cool. I'd be all right with that. I could ride a bike. I could take a Grab. I wouldn't own a car. I'd just try to make it within, it'd be a small town. And I'm just at that age where I've been there and I've done that. And I don't find material things to be important. I don't need a big house. I don't need to make a big footprint. I don't need to make a big anything. So I could hang economically on my Social Security because I like living small. It actually appeals to me. But with inflation, man, just like the food and everything is off the hook. I couldn't do it with May. There's no way. If you and May get along off screen like you do on video, I don't think she would ever leave you. Well, that's the topic we would discuss. I've seen both. I've talked to guys. I haven't seen it. I have seen both. I know one guy that I worked with, who I won't name, but he's halfway famous himself. He's done it like 3 times. He's gone somewhere. I can't remember if it was the Philippines or somewhere, and brought a girl home, and she better dealed him. And then he did it again and again, 3 times total. I have a friend that does it intentionally. He knows that that the lifespan of their relationship is going to be 5 years because he's kind of a high maintenance guy, and he actually sets them up and then sets them free. But that's kind of like part of his plan, a whole different dynamic. And then I know of couples In fact, I met a Caucasian guy and his Filipino wife, friends of my father's, right before I left town, right before I left to come here, about 2 months before. And they've been together for 8 years. And he had this massive heart condition, and that woman was by his side for 24 hours a day. And so you get both ends of it. I truly believe it just boils down to a person's character. And I'll address that in the video. I hope you guys open up too there in Cebu. Just mark educational. You're probably right. I don't know about the naked yoga and Brazilian waxes. Do they really do that? Yeah. Gaylord is at 223. We need to stop at 500 or 600, guys. Let's just keep it small. Let's just keep it between us. Thanks, man. Hi, Paul. I didn't realize that was May. My bad side needs to say I'm sorry. Why? What happened? I don't know. I don't understand. Did you say make a snarky comment? Gaylord and his secret channel. There you go. I'm going to need to come back to this and end on this. See, I didn't plan on going live today. I just got all hot. And I wanted to see if anybody had a time frame for me. I think the same thing happened to Mr. Brown on his channel. I clicked to see his vid and he had the same thing appear as on your vid. What would Bud Brown have done? Yeah. We're all back here in a really good thing. Nope. Okay. Paul, were you wearing wingtip shirts and polyester bell-bottom slacks at Applebee's? Nah. No. What year was that? It's 20 years ago. You and baby, where would you plan on living? I would now. See, it was a hypothetical question, which I should never do because it gets misinterpreted. And I understand why. Because people read the title. So anyway, if you and baby may go to the USA, where would you plan on living? It would be a holiday if we ever went. It would be like a 2-week deal where she would meet my father and my kids and the family. And then we'd rent a car, I guess, and chicky-chack around. And I would, believe it or not, I wouldn't want to take her to Disneyland. And to be honest with you, she's really excited about going to a Walmart. But I don't see it in the future. Not the near future. There's too much COVID. Getting her legally into America is ridiculous. I could take her down to Mexico, I guess, and ship her across the Rio Grande with everybody else. But, you know. But other than that, I don't foresee it in the future. I can see taking her to the places that are friendly without all the COVID stuff and her passport. But America is probably one of the hardest places to get into for her, which is a shame. You should be able to go on holiday, right? Yeah, I'm hot today. I'm pissed off today. So I come to you. I guess the theme parks are, what is it? National parks are open. We're 6 years or 30 years apart. Never a problem. God bless. That's interesting. I'm still not liking this until it's over. These guys all want to copy down my pin. I have no idea what you're talking about. Percocet is wonderful. And I'm your age. I learned a long time ago. Yeah, I don't. That's the point. I don't care. and I don't think May would pick up on it, you know. But I was just curious. Yeah, the AI did I disputed it, so we'll see. Never landed on the moon. Well, if you're experiencing takedown, it's from people reporting your post. More than likely, people like Apple Hernandez is behind it. Could be. Maybe stick to your YouTube. You should have used your miso honey as your bumper. Well, is to really stick it to YouTube, you should have used Two Live Crew miso honey. I'll tell you a quick story, Jim. Full Metal Jacket. I played the clip for May of the girl, you know, these boots were made for walking, and her saying miso horny in front of the two GIs, and she's cried laughing, and she must have watched it 12 times. And she says, "We got to do that on YouTube." I said, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "No, you sit with another friend, and I'll be the girl walking." I said, "I don't think it'd be that easy to pull off." yeah, that's like my lifestyle. Shotgun and lawn furniture. I actually lived like that without the shotgun one time. Yeah. Oh yeah, used a loud talker, huh? Jesus. So, but well, there goes that idea. So, see, there's no way I would go to America just economically. In fact, even if I had the money, I probably wouldn't go. It'd be a waste of money, wouldn't it? A lot of small towns, you find on Social Security. Well, there's the other side of the story. Yeah. You know, I would agree with that. It's like if in my small reptilian brain, there's certain places that I just wouldn't want to live. And there's other places that would be just fine. Primarily kind of driven by weather, to be honest with you. I don't want to live in snow. But I wouldn't have any issue within walking distance of what I need. My needs are small. I honest to God wouldn't need a car if I could get to the store and back, you know, ride a bike, could buy a little scooter. I imagine that's illegal over there, right? If you have a scooter like I've got here, you can drive those, I think. Let's see, the Harris Fun Time. Hi, Paul. I've been here in Baguio since 2009. When I got married, I just love the country. I don't see ever going back to the States. Yeah, the only reason I'm going to go back to the States is to see family and friends. I need to see my kids. I need to see my dad, sister, whoever. And I'd like to hook up with some of you guys if possible. You know, I'll go out and have a drink or a cup of coffee or a meal in California and in Vegas. So then bug back home. But I can't leave here because I can't get back in here. I guess at the end of the day, the American dollar and euro makes it far easier to live in the Philippines than bringing your bride. That's a true statement. Economically, it's just not feasible. No brownout tonight. Well, I'm not going to be on here forever. I'm going to be on here for a few more minutes. And then I'm not from Coffeyville. My mom is from Coffeyville, Kansas. I'm from Panorama City. Actually, I was born in Hollywood, of all places. I think on Sunset Boulevard, Kaiser Hospital. And then we moved to Panorama City. And my mother was born in Coffeyville, Kansas, William. And my dad was born in Muscatine, Iowa. So it was only up for 20 minutes. Wow. That's what I was thinking. Because it came in strong, and thumbnails do draw views. I'm sorry. They just do. What do you want? What are you going to click on? You're going to click on May's pretty little picture, or are you going to click on my ugly face? So, and I don't really care about the views and the clicks and this and that and the other. It's all good. But what pissed me off is that it was censorship, and it was unjust, and it was freaking scary. It's just a scary, scary thing. All right, so what's going to happen, kids, is I'm going to bug out. I just kind of wanted to vent because you're my friends, and I can talk to you. And it's going to take a while, maybe 30 minutes for this video to process. And I can't put the link in until it does do processing. I won't try to monetize this or anything. I just want to have, I just want to have an opportunity to spin my mind here. You got that right. Well, you know, the joke is out here, Greg, real quick, it is I talk with other guys, obviously, and I go, what do you want to do when you get back home, if you go back home? And like 9 out of 10 guys go, the first thing I want to do is go to Walmart and spend $1,000 because there's just shorts and shirts and shoes and all that kind of stuff that you have to go through this big Easter egg hunt here to try to find and just load up a couple of boxes and ship them back. Only 94 likes. Oh, no. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, I know. Nothing like an old fool. That's probably what I am, buddy. Thanks for subscribing to the chicken, but let's keep it private, okay? I'm going to put it up there, but I won't putting out my shingle the psychiatrist is in. Yeah, I really do want to keep it small. Oh, I know. I showed it to May. I was watching the movie, and one night for like the 10th time, and May was asleep, and so the next day I said, "Hey, I want to show you something." So I went on YouTube and pulled out that clip and pulled out the whole movie, and she cried laughing. It is a total classic. Likes are free this week, kids. Last week it was half off, but they're totally free this week. Man Buns making, they used to make baskets out of macaroni and toothpicks. Now they're working at Google. Oh my gosh. I wish I had some of your hair. Thank you. China Dave is a rock star, just like you. Thank you, classy lady. All right, guys, I'm going to end it. Yeah, better. You should download it. I had to put up a new one that's not as good. All right, kids, I'm going to end the broadcast. It's almost an hour. That's enough for me to sit here and rant. Thanks for watching. Thanks for always hanging in there with me. I will put a link to Gaylord and his secret channel in there so that we can have different discussions. But there will not be any content for a couple of days just due to scheduling stuff. Okay? Peace and love, everybody. See you later. Bye.